This week in single mom news, Cardi B and Offset welcomed their third child. And it's only single mom news because, as you may or may not know, she recently filed for divorce and she cited his infidelity as the reason. I recently watched an interview with her and turns out she caught him cheating every month for about 7 years. So why did you have 3 children, bitch? You've been putting up with this cheating for 7 years and all of a sudden you got a wild hair up your ass and you were like, I'm tired of this. You've been putting up with this shit your entire marriage damn near. Why would he assume he needs to stop? You allowed this shit for 7 years and now all of a sudden being cheated on by Offset is too good for you. All of a sudden you're above being cheated on by Amigo. In other single mom news, Brittany Renner is now a Muslim. She keeps herself covered up, but now she's struggling to earn a living. Girl, get off the internet and go and find your baby father. Moving right along, I saw a video with this stud who was getting this free game from a single mom. Now, this single mom was telling this stud that single moms often go for studs because they're the biggest tricks. They provide. And she was talking about it like it was some big revelation. And I was watching this video thinking, bitch, you don't know this? It's kind of an understood thing that studs are the trickiest tricks, especially if the woman has multiple offspring. But I've always said to myself, a stud and a single mom of multiple children are a match made in therapy. Because this single mom is looking for somebody, a nice provider, and this stud is masculine. And what is more masculine than providing for children? More importantly, studs have this masculine urge. They have this sense of masculinity. They must do man shit, but unfortunately they will never father children. That being said, what's more manly than stepping up? Step stud. Last bit of single mom news isn't actually single mom news, it's just great. It comes from the homie Nav, and allegedly Nav is married, and allegedly Nav is getting a divorce, and allegedly all of his assets are in his mama name. You see, Hakimi showed us the way, and allegedly Tom Brady employed the Hakimi method as well, and now we have another brother joining the Hakimi Hall of Fame, allegedly. We have a bit of breaking news. Apparently, P. Diddy, Papa Diddy Puff Daddy, king of baby oil with his nasty ass, was denied bail. It's been speculated that the judge denied him bail because he called one of the witnesses 54 times in an attempt to intimidate him, and he's a flight risk. But the reality of the situation is, after that judge heard 1,000 bottles of baby oil on the wall, not to mention they caught him with the alleged pink powder that his victims described that he uses to incapacitate. Boy, this nigga ain't going nowhere. And please believe, if you're involved, he's telling. That nigga gonna turn into Charleston White. He gonna tell on you niggas. You know, Diddy and his 1,000 bottles of baby oil on the wall are a perfect segue into my next point. You know, every single time I go live on YouTube, I still get so many moist men in my comment section because they are still upset that I refused to kiss the ring when I was before Lords Myron and Lord Walter. They are still so upset that I refused to bend the knee when I was before the saint and the sinner. But I'm an empath at heart. And just like I empathize with ladies when they're on their period because I'll never know what that's like, I'll never know what it's like to be moist between the cheeks and the knees. Because you have to be extremely moist to come to a grown man's live you don't like to talk shit to him about an interview, an episode of a podcast from months ago. You got to be extremely moist for that, fam. But I empathize because since you're so moist and you secrete whatever you secrete at night, you wake up to a wet spot every morning and you got to change your sheets. Or you sleep on plastic to avoid the excess laundry. But can you imagine what a terrible night's sleep you get sleeping on plastic? Mans ain't got a good night's sleep since 1997, so of course he wakes up angry every day. So if you come to my live as a means to vent your moisture frustrations, it probably keeps you from harming a small animal or assaulting a woman, so I can take it. Every single time I go live and the moist men expose themselves, just know, you're in a safe space. We understand. It's not natural.
With your lame ass. With your lame ass. With your lame ass.